this is davidji, and welcome back. It's time for our fourth Brahmavihara. So we've explored Metta, we've explored Karuna, we've explored Mudita, and now it's time for the fourth of the Brahmaviharas. This is so exciting. At least I'm excited. So these are, well, this would be a perfect example of this. So there's a chainsaw in the background, and normally that could be cause for concern. Maybe like, I can't believe it. I'm recording this video now and someone's chopping down a tree. Like, really? You know, or I could embrace the fourth, Brahmavihara. And remember, these are the four virtues, the four immeasurables, Brahmavihara, the boundless abodes. And these are ancient teachings that if we can awaken inside of us on a consistent basis, we'll probably suffer a little bit less and we'll be better versions of ourselves. I won't say it's clinically proven, but some of this stuff actually has been researched. And it's not just anecdotal, it actually works. So the fourth, the Brahmavihara, is Upekka. Upekka. U-P-E-K-K-A. And that means equanimity. Now, equanimity sounds big, but the reality is it's treating people and situations impartially, even if we don't like them. I'm not necessarily a fan that that person's cutting down a tree, and maybe you can hear that. I can certainly hear that. But if I treat it impartially, then it doesn't ruffle my feathers and allows me to be here, totally present, full on with you right now. So what are examples? It's even-mindedness, it's serenity, embracing serene moments, even in the face of a chainsaw in the background, unless it's a horror movie, then we sort of might not be. So Upekka. It's essentially being unwavering in the face of loss, gain. And again, this is an ancient teaching, so I'm not telling you to suppress your emotions. But as we awaken Upekka in our lives, it actually elevates us to a place where we're not as easily poked by all the things around us. Sorrow, happiness. It allows us to have an even keel. This is not indifference. Don't confuse this with not caring. It's not apathy either. It's stability. It's stability. It's evenness of mind, unshakable foundation. And it delivers freedom of mind because of that. It's indifferent only to the demands of the ego, not the demands of life. Upekka, equanimity. And so we can walk through the world in a more stable place, a more even-minded place, so we're not yanked out of comfort or clarity or being in the zone. Squawking on the truth, we stay fully present. We stay present and we allow the world to come into us. We allow those 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts a day to come into us. We allow all the physical sensations to come into us, but instead of acting like we have an exposed wound, instead we raise our vibration to the point where we can be more of a silent witness. Doesn't mean we don't care. Remember, this isn't about apathy. This is about stability. Let me absorb it all in and then practice what the ancient teachings of the Bhagavad Gita tell us. Chapter 2, verse 48, Yogastal Kuru Karmani, establish yourself in the present moment and then perform action. We know we're always better coming from that place of stability, of stillness, of unruffledness. And you know what that's like. If someone's calling your name constantly, you know, mommy, 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 mom, mom, mama, mama, mama. We could possibly lash back out. If someone's asked you a question a couple of times in a row and you were fully had your attention on something else, it's called emotional leakage. We could suddenly lash out at someone who was asking us a loving question. There could be a chainsaw or a plane or a dog barking or a car alarm in the background, and it's ruffling us. It's knocking us off our game, or a crow flying overhead. But the crow, as a spirit animal, is a sign of death and rebirth. So imagine if we could allow to die our normally conditioned knee-jerk responses, and instead we could birth a new expression of ourselves, an expression of equanimity. We call that a Mona Lisa smile. We've seen it on the Dalai Lama, His Holiness the Dalai Lama. We know some people call it a poker face. So this means that you are not overreacting, and that you're treating proportionately what comes into you, and then proportionately what flows out of you. And it doesn't get stuck in the swirl of irritation or anger or being flummoxed. So, Upekka, equanimity. That's the fourth of the Brahmaviharas, the fourth of the four immeasurables, the four virtues, the boundless abodes. Metta, unconditional loving kindness. Karuna, compassion. Remember, in that state of rooting for someone else's suffering to end. Mudita, empathetic joy, essentially excitement at somebody else's win. And Upekka, equanimity, evenness of keel. If we can cultivate just those four things in our life, imagine how much suffering would drip away. Imagine how much weight would be lifted off your heart. Imagine how your relationships would expand and elevate. And imagine how your vibration would keep getting higher. So check it out. In the meantime, thank you for joining me. Keep meditating. So important. And I have so many resources that I've created for you. There's no excuse for you not to be meditating. I've got meditations as long as 16 seconds and some as long as an hour. So somewhere in there, you can find your sweet spot. From the sweet spot of the universe, this is davidji, and wherever you are, that's your sweet spot. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the fire burning in here. Let's keep raising our vibration, and let's keep practicing the four immeasurables. Why are they immeasurable? Because there's no limit on how high we can get with them. Namaste.